Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ruin Runners. This is episode 5 for those keeping track, or it just says it in the title. That's fine. My turn at the RP, the D&D inspired one. So, without any further ado, let us get right into it. So,
Oh, you're not going to introduce us or something?
that's what I was about to do.
Okay.
It's part of it, the proper part. So, today we have Stacy playing Paik, the Changeling Rogue.
Hey.
We have Mole playing Cardan Falpel and his dog Krull. He's the half-dwarf
Hey,
hunter.
hey, what's up, guys? Remember to like and leave a subscription below.
Nice.
You don't leave a subscription below, you leave comments. Gosh.
No. Then it wouldn't be a parody.
We do things different here. We leave subscriptions.
Yeah.
Comment the word subscription.
Remember to like and leave a subscription below. What's up, guys? Because you have to say, what's up, guys? Oh, it's not a YouTube video.
That's true.
What's up, guys?
I usually say hello, everyone, but you're right. All right, and we have Jim playing Phineas Umbridon, the elf librarian.
Greetings.
Earthling.
And for this one, we also have Wifeblade playing Arla Sheris, the half-dragon paladin.
Hello, hello.
All right, so we pick up in the first scene. We are in the ever-popular tavern. Group is, of course, at the job table, as it's so called, or whoever calls it that, doesn't matter, just a table in there.
The table we always sit at, so it might as well be the job table. Because
There you
anybody
go.
else sits there, we have another job. Kill them, we get our table back.
All right. And the four of them are sitting at the table, and the door to the tavern opens, and the druid from the first episode comes in and walks up to the group. Hello, travelers, well met. I, of course, bring you another job from the guild. You've been making quite a name for yourselves over the past few weeks, haven't you?
Hey, I remember you.
Good, 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 good. All right, so here's a job this time. I'll jump right into it. Somewhere in this temple here, here's a map. Inside, there is some kind of key that we have received a job request for. Not quite sure what it looks like. We've just been told that it will look key-like. It may be made of stone or maybe made of metal, but more than likely it's deep inside, and hopefully it should be obvious. I don't know. That's all the information that was provided to us, but I'm positive your group can handle it. You've been on quite a successful streak lately.
Find the key. Huh. That sounds simpler than the last few.
And it's like, what if it's made out of some really obscure material, made out of glass, and if we shatter it, it breaks, or, I don't know, something that'll make it more, difficult than it seems.
What idiot would make a key out of glass?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think that, it would have to be more difficult than this. There's got to be a trick to it or something.
Well, I want to know how much we're going to get paid.
Well, the contract here is for 400 gold upon successful completion. So
Okay.
once it is obtained, meet me back here and I will have your payment.
Sounds simple.
Sounds good to me.
Then I believe we shall be on our way.
All right, well, look forward to hearing from you.
Speed is key to our success.
Ah,
Oh god, he's going to be doing this to the whole adventure, isn't he?
I made one key reference. I don't think I can make more.
The group then gets out and heads out the door of the tavern toward the cave, the temple inside the cave. After they leave, a cloaked man gets up from his table in an opposite corner and slides out the door after them. And now we pick up at the second scene where they are at the cave temple. The group comes in through a cave and to the front door of the temple. They open the doors and go inside. In front of them is a hallway that leads into what looks like a bigger room.
Well, I don't see anything suspicious around here. Pake?
Other than a cave temple, because I can't imagine they have too many of those. You know, restricted access to caves and stuff, or at least, you know.
Indeed, coming out of cave to work as a temple is not easy. One either has to be quite the stone carver or quite adept at magic.
Sure, they had to bring a lot of supplies here, and, you know, it's a lot of labor to travel.
Indeed.
Or they used magic.
Yeah, or they use magic.
To be fair, caves are a very popular real estate right now.
Really?
Yes, mainly because if you noticed, most of the buildings we've been in have been falling apart or in ruins. A cave's less likely to fall apart. Might cave in, but it's not going to
Huh.
be ruined.
Mm-hmm. True.
So what's the chances of finding this key, like under a mat or in a fake rock or something?
Well, given that it's in a cave, hiding it in a fake rock might actually be a good idea, but somehow I still find it unlikely.
We'll probably be surrounded by a million real rocks, and we'll have to find out which one's the fake one. Surprisingly enough, I did something similar with my siblings, where I'd put myself next to a bunch of other similar people, and I'd transform into one of them, and they'd have to find me. It was super fun. As a game.
That does sound fun.
Right. Well, moving on. Where the heck is this key?
It's in the tallest tower in the highest room, or I don't know. I'm just
I don't
thinking
think there's
something.
towers in caves.
Yeah, it's a cave temple. It'll be the farthest back.
Indeed, the most difficult place to reach, of course.
You could have multiple levels, like you get higher up. Or lower down, depending on how it goes.
Not necessarily. I mean, the key could be in any room here. I mean, think about it, like when you're at home. How many times have you lost your keys and you thought, "Oh, my keys, 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 keys"? He said, patting himself down for emphasis.
I would just like to point out, there is no key to my hoard.
Indeed, unless the keys are enchanted, they are not the best security measure.
Yeah, I like a lock.
And I like breaking them.
The group heads inside to the large room. They see a few doors, but also a small group of dark elves. The two in front are wearing dark, glittery armor and each carrying a sword and shield. There are two in the back, each with bows, and they draw arrows and point them at the group.
Okay, that's not necessarily a good sign.
Oh dear.
Huh.
Shit.
Two archers and a defensive person and someone with a sword. It's like the elf version of us.
He's already the elf version of himself.
I believe he meant to say dark elf versions of us.
Potato, potato.
Hey, do we
Armor
want to
is-
talk to him and be like, hey, cousins, don't kill us, right? Because we're sort of both elves.
Yep. You're an elf librarian.
Yeah, go elf them up.
This is going to go wrong.
Oh dear.
Just show him your elf esteem.
Okay, next time I'll shut up and we'll stick with key puns.
Nope. When it comes to those puns, my mouth is locked.
Well, They don't. They're already drawing arrows at us. I don't think they're in the mood to talk.
Tell them to not lower their tell them to lower their arrows.
Yep.
And
We'll be honest, I normally prefer it when me or Paige are there pointing our arrows and refusing to talk. So that's what that feels like.
Indeed.
Try communicating with him, Elf. You can
I
do
am.
it.
Hang on. Sorry, putting the book away. He puts a book he was holding back into his bag for a moment. He walks forward, holding up his hands, showing that he is not armed or currently casting any magic. Excuse me. We do not mean you any harm. We are on a quest for an artifact. We were told there's some kind of a magic key here. If it belongs to you, we'll be happy to negotiate. There's no need to fight.
Did he just tell him we're here for the key? If
I was
for
gonna say it's
finding the
magic,
key,
but
this
I have
one
no idea if it's
end
actually
one.
magic.
The dark elf eyes the librarian. No way, Lightskin. Leave now, or face the consequences.
That's kind of racist, bro. It's not cool.
Well, I think they've made it clear they have no intention of settling this peacefully.
Okay, but when you die, like, it was your fault because we tried.
I called dibs on the shiny armor.
Hey, librarian. What happens if you strike him with lightning?
Well, I can try. It's likely enchanted armor, but why not? Let's give it a shot if that's how we're going to approach this. They want consequences, they'll have them. Phineas turns around, and as he's spinning around, he pulls the book out of his bag. It falls open in his left hand as he waves his right, and in a fluid motion, lightning strikes the armored dark elves.
The elf in the front that was communicating with him gets hit and is sent flying back a few feet to tumble onto the floor. The two archers each take aim, one at the librarian and one at the changeling, and fire their arrows.
Watch out, Peg!
Ah!
Phineas ducks out of the way, barely avoiding the arrow.
Pig tries to do the same and dodge.
Arliss lifts her shield to block the arrow heading for the librarian. Duck, both of you!
Good advice.
Indeed.
Pulls out his bow and his arrow and tries to take one shot at one of the archers.
Yeah, time to go on the offensive. Pig also takes a shot.
Both archers jump to the side and roll on the ground. The dark elf left standing with his sword and shield rushes toward the paladin.
Arliss draws her sword. Oh, it is so on now.
He takes a swing at her.
She blocks with the shield and counters.
He is stunned by the blow and stumbles back a few steps.
Pig
And-
tries to shoot the arrow at the...
Swords with a half dragon, she says as she swings the shield to hit the elf in the head.
The elf falls to the ground as one of the archers behind gets up and shoots an arrow at the paladin.
Ah, shit!
You alright?
Arrows! Help, please!
Trying. Pig shoots the arrow, tries to aim at the hand of the one with the sword and shield. Who's not on our side.
The arrow flies through the air and goes through the joint between the hand and the armor and stabs through. He yelps in pain and drops the sword on the floor.
Pig tries to kick his sword away.
Now you're mine.
Good
Arliss
shot.
stomps on the elf's throat.
The elf tries to swing the shield at her leg that is on her throat.
Arliss jumps back, narrowly dodging the shield. This is what I'm talking about. This is fun.
One of the archers in the back takes a shot at the half-dwarf hunter.
Falls to the floor to try and avoid it the best he can, while looking towards Librarian. Do what you do best, kid. Light it up.
Ah, but our companion is having so much fun. We wouldn't want to deprive her of that, would we?
Just
Hey,
don't
we're not.
damage the shiny armor and kill them.
Yep, we're not attacking the ones she's fighting. We're attacking the archers at the back.
I thought you shot them down. All right, then.
They moved out the way,
Ah, very well.
much like we did.
Phineas waves his hand and sends more lightning at the archers.
One jumps to the side, but the lightning catches the other one in the leg, momentarily stunning it as it has very little armor.
He's stunned. Hit him.
Pig tries to shoot the archer in the leg, the same spot the lightning hit him.
Tries to get to his feet using his stick. As he gets to his feet, he takes his bow and his arrow and slowly breathes and launches it at the injured archer.
The two arrows fly through the air. One hits him through the throat and the other into the gut. The one archer falls down dead. The other gets up and readies another arrow and aims it at the librarian.
All right, that's enough. Phineas waves his hand, this time summoning the fireball and rolling it at the remaining elf.
The elf is too slow to dodge and gets caught up and becomes immolated. It screams as it falls to the floor and turns to ash.
That was slightly more violent than I expected.
Yep, you burned him. I guess now he really is a dark elf.
Ah, it's funny, it's dead.
The elf with the injured hand stands up, holding his shield in front of him. He then charges the paladin.
Oh, no, you don't. You're mine. Arliss brings her sword to bear, waiting for the elf's suicidal charge.
He screams and runs continuously at her and then swipes his shield in an attempt to knock her down.
Arliss leaps over the swinging shield, whipping her sword around at the same time, and narrowly misses, taking off the dark elf's head. Ah, damn it, he ducked!
The elf stumbles on the floor and then turns back at the group. He then makes a run for one of the doors on the side of the room.
Pig
Stop
tries to
him!
pin him down using one of the arrows in his legs.
The arrow hits him in the back of the knee and he falls to the floor, dropping his shield.
Got him.
Finish him, boy. He says, setting his dog upon him. Ugh.
The elf screams as the dog tears into him.
The armor! The armor! You're getting the armor all bloody!
Hey, there's three other ones with shiny armor.
It's cool. It'll wash straight out. I'm sure the librarian here, Phineas, I'm sure he probably has a spell to clean up armor.
Have you ever tried drying wet armor? Oh, goddess, it's a disaster.
He'll use magic, like shiny magicos.
Make it dry and shiny again. Magic.
You really have no comprehension of how magic actually works, do you?
Nope.
Yeah, you make up a bunch of random words like Cleanius Maximus, and it shines it up.
Right? That sounds right.
Oh, boy.
With the last of the four elves dead, the group looks around at the room. In front of them is a set of double doors, and on either side of the room is another smaller door.
Before you even think about it, no, that is not happening this adventure.
Aw.
It's tradition.
Alright, well, while you all argue about what door to throw the librarian into, I'm getting my armor.
If you
Arliss,
needed to shrink it to carry it, the librarian can do it.
I will say there's two doors. that are smaller, and there is the big double doors. Logically, the big double doors are most important. However, based on our previous quests, we've learned not to necessarily go with what's obvious. They seem too obvious to be the way to go. So it has to be either the left or the right side. And we have 50% chance either way, so I say let's go right.
Sure.
Sound
But I
logic as
think we
ever.
should check on the other door anyway, because we've also seen in previous quests that we can get extra loot sometimes if we check all the rooms.
Yes, but we never really know until we open up the doors if it's the correct way or it's the extra bonus loot. We only get the bonus loot because we went the wrong way.
Yep. Yay, we're bonus loot.
Besides, we got bonus loot. The dragon lady behind us has the armor.
Woo!
Hey, this stuff is a lot lighter than it looks. Probably because, well, don't take offense, but it's elf armor.
None taken. We're not exactly known for our physical prowess.
Oh, covers librarian's ears. Shh, not in front of the ELF.
Will you get your hands off me, please?
Fine.
At any rate, I believe we were going to check the right door.
Yep.
Kate goes over and turns the knob. Opens the door.
The door opens into a dark cave hallway carved out of the rock.
Okay, this area leads into another area, so I'm pretty sure it's not the bonus room.
To be fair, we don't know if they are bonus rooms or if they're also hideous, horrible traps. Based on the fact we're after a key, it could be something really horrible in those rooms.
I'm gonna open up the door on the left now. Kate opens up the door on the left.
A similar sight to the door on the right. There is a hallway carved out of the cave rock that leads on.
What? They go in two different paths? What?
It's a cave. They're known to be mazes. This might be more difficult than we anticipated.
Should we like split up or just choose one or?
Yeah, I'll take the elf and we'll go right, and you ladies can go left.
Okay.
Sounds fair.
As the two head through the right door through the hallway, a large spider descends from the ceiling and rushes them.
Ah.
Ah! Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it!
She attempts to pin it down by shooting one of its legs.
Carlos
There-
hides behind Pake.
The arrow hits its leg, and the spider stops for a minute. It then begins to crawl up the wall and onto the ceiling, and then back over, and then toward them again.
Alright.
Kill it with fire!
I don't have fire, but I can shoot another arrow at it. Pig fires another arrow aimed at its head this time.
The arrow hits it in the head, and the spider falls to the floor with a
Alright,
sick
headshots. That's what we need.
crash. It is now in the middle of the walkway with
I'm
its
not
legs
going
up in the air.
I'm not going that way. I'm not going that way. Kill it again, make sure it's dead.
Okay. Pig shoots another arrow at its head.
The arrow hits it with another gushy thump, and the spider does not move anymore.
Pretty sure it's dead. Pig goes over to the spider and retrieves her arrows and then pushes it aside.
Do we have to keep going this way? I hate spiders.
Hey, the spider's over there now. It's not even like in our way. It's just gonna stay there and be dead.
Are you sure it's dead?
Yeah, I got 2 arrows in its head. Plus, I got my arrows back, which is even better.
Ew, don't touch me with those.
I'm cleaning them off. Pig says as she cleans the tips of the arrows.
The two continue down the hallway and find a small room with a wooden chest on the side. The top of it is slightly opened.
Alright, let's have a look in here. Alright, what do we see?
Opening the chest, they find nothing inside.
Oh, that's stupid. Ugh.
You mean we had to go by the scary ass spider for this?
Let's get out of here. This is like a dead end or something. It's not working out unless there's another door.
Oh, we gotta go by the spider corpse again, don't we?
I pushed it to the side as physically as far as possible.
But spiders are scary.
They're like fine when they're dead. Because if you want me to stab it again, I can stab it again.
Ash.
If you want me to hold you, it'll be okay.
Just stay between me and it.
Okay.
Stay between me and it.
Alright, let's go back.
The two head back to the main room. We then cut over to the other two in the other hallway. The hallway curves around and meets another small room that has a small wooden chest inside.
That looks promising. Then again, it could be booby-trapped. We best be careful.
It could be. Well, why not go to our well that we've gone into so many times so far on these adventures and cast your spell so we can see what's inside?
Clever idea. One good trick always deserves another. Phineas, having pulled his book back out as they walk down the hallway, flips a page, waves his hand, and renders the chest transparent.
Inside, they can see the chest is empty.
Well, that was a waste.
Wait a minute. The chest is empty. Why the hell would they have an empty chest? Out of curiosity, can you do the reverse of the hidden spell in case they themselves have hidden their treasure?
I might be able to detect if at the very least if there's something magical inside, it might be detectable. Let me give that a shot. He flips to a different page. A spell within a spell. This might be tricky. Let's see. Phineas waves his hand slowly, attempting to focus the spell within the chest while maintaining the transparency spell.
As he finishes casting the spell, nothing more can be seen.
Yeah, it was a good thought, but I do believe this is a decoy chest, as it were. Perhaps the ladies have had more luck.
Yep. Hopefully.
They turn around and head back down the tunnel to the main room.
In the main room, the four meet up again, ready to go through the double doors.
Yo, that chest was bonkers, man. It had nothing in it.
Hey, yo, indeed. And how is it bonkers?
Crazy. Who fucking puts a chest of nothing in there?
To be fair, all chests are empty at some point. Maybe they
Yeah, you
haven't
gotta
got
put
that.
something in them.
Yeah, maybe the owner died before he could fill them.
I don't
Or
think
perhaps
so.
perhaps an enterprising adventurer that traversed these caves prior to ourselves managed to retrieve the artifact or whatever was in there.
Yep, it could even be those dark elves we saw. I mean, like I said, they literally seemed like elf versions of us.
That's true. They may have simply. We assumed that they were here to defend the cave. It's entirely possible they were just here on the same mission we were.
Yep, I'm not going to assume they were here to defend the cave, as I don't think all elves had to live in caves. He says as he looks smugly at the group as if to say, yeah, I went there.
More importantly, it's best for us not to assume the roles of anyone we run into after last week's little excursion with that wizard.
To be fair, he was a mage.
You can't
Yes,
trust them.
an innocent mage whose home we raided.
There is no such thing as an innocent mage.
He
When they
could have
play
did
with
something, but who
magic,
knows what.
they're all
So.
bastards.
Are we still going on about this? Can we just get out of the creepy cave temple with giant, scary-ass spiders?
There's only
Spiders!
one spider.
It was huge!
Okay,
Still only one.
Phineas, is there like a large glass summoning spell to hide the spider under?
I could, but if Pegasus has already killed it, that would seem like a waste of both time and magic.
Yep, and
Double doors.
it's a shame that the enemy hadn't thought that out more. Because I'll be honest, I would have put the giant spider in their empty chest. Come on, imagine Pig's face if she opened up the chest and a giant spider got.
I don't
If it
really
was shrunk
care.
down and triggered to re-enlarge upon opening of the chest, yes, that would be a highly effective trap.
It could crouch.
I think
Giving the
he
bad.
would have a more panic attack over spiders than I would.
No more spiders. Let's get the dang key and get out of here.
Would you like to do the honors of opening the door?
Yep, I've got this, he says, looking at the librarian with a grin.
No. I said no. If you want to open it, kick it open or something.
Or use the knob, that's technology.
I was using the knob. I was pushing the knob into the door. But fine, he says as he turns the handle of the door and pulls. Ugh.
Inside, a hallway can be seen, also carved out of the rock. It leads to another set of double doors, and there are vague shadows along the ceilings of this hallway.
It's kind of dark in here. I wish we had, a mage to light it up. If he's not going to, use his other ability of opening doors.
Light.
Shoving me into doors is not an ability, but lighting the room is. Let's see. We're going to need something to light. I know our friend here doesn't like me using his stick if we can avoid it. Let's see. Phineas spots a torch, what looks like an extinguished torch hanging from the wall. I suppose that'll do. Let's use the light instead of the fire, just in case. Phineas,
You can hold a fireball in your hand or something.
No. I don't want any more light. I can see well enough, and I really don't want to go any further.
It'll be fine.
It'll be okay. You got Crook.
Then you'll see exactly what I see right now, and you won't think it's fine.
What do you see right now?
2 scary-ass spiders on the ceiling.
Okay, then I would say
Kill 'em
Phineas.
with fire.
Phineas, freeze them. When they fall down, it'll shatter.
That's not a bad idea.
Just because I don't know how much wood's up there, I don't want to burn down anything that could be a support beam or anything that means I'd live.
It's a stone temple. Just
It's
burn.
a stone temple, one with which we don't want to cause a cave-in.
Pig takes the arrow and aims it at one of the spiders.
The spiders, now aware of their presence, crawl along the ceiling toward them.
It.
All right.
Freeze.
Phineas waves a hand, firing a freezing spell at the spiders.
It hits one of the spiders and starts to freeze him. He then falls off the ceiling, crashes to the floor, and shatters into many pieces. The other spider stops running and starts to slink to the side, unsure of what to do.
Hmm.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
Alright, I'm going to try to fire another arrow. Hopefully my aim will be better.
If you're going to do that, Peg, at least try this. Phineas waves his hand, lighting the tip of Peg's arrow on fire.
And fire.
The arrow flies through the air and hits a spider in the back, which then catches on fire. The spider runs down the hall away from the group, trailing in flames as it heads out.
Happy now, Alisharis?
Great. You just sent a giant walking ball of fire down the corridor. What could go wrong?
On the positive side, it's lighting the way in front of us.
But it's not dead.
It's on fire. It will be dead shortly. If it's not mortally wounded already.
This is true. Let's proceed.
The group cautiously head down the hallway.
Through the second double doors.
As the group reaches the end of the hallway, they find another set of double doors slightly ajar. On the other side, they can see the dying light of a spider on the floor, already dead.
See, it's already dead.
Yep.
Good.
Good, at least we don't have to fight it again.
Or maybe that's just what he wants us to think.
It's gonna
Says
be an
grinning.
undead spider. Woo!
I don't think spiders are intelligent enough to play
Shut
dead.
up. Ghost spiders? That's just what we fucking need.
Ghosts. Ghosty spiders. That sounds adorable.
I hate you.
Is that webbing or ectoplasm?
Could be both. Webdoplasm.
Okay. Well, now that we killed the spiders and her senses will be returning to her, what does the group think we should do?
Proceed on.
Yes, but I mean how?
Carefully.
Okay, you go way outside the cave. Think about what you've done.
You're just trying to keep us alive. What does our elven friend think?
Well, for the time being, I suggest we keep looking around. The key has to be somewhere. We've tried the other method, so it's got to be down here somewhere.
Yep. Well, I will do this, he says as he walks towards the spider corpse. He pulls out the knife from his boot and carves out the webbing sack. That'll come in handy later. If you know how to use it, that's great for crafting.
Ew.
Clever idea.
I heard that people also will buy the spider ichor.
Yep. To be fair, I have lived on the wild for years. I kinda have to do this.
Speaking of which, that's not a bad idea. Phineas pulls out his bag and pulls out a small vial. He drains some venom from the spider into the vial, corks it, and puts it back into his bag.
You
Venom
may
from...
drink that later.
No, it's quite useful in certain magical potions and other rituals. And
I'll give you all my gold coins if you down it.
No, because I
That
won't
would make
wanna
him
use the gold
die.
coins if I down the venom and die, will I?
Gross. Oh.
Also, it's also useful in poisons.
That as well, and even if I can't use it, I'm sure I can find someone at that tavern to sell it to.
No, it's handy, and if any of us get attacked by any more spiders, and if it's poisonous, that'll help whip up an antidote. Plus, if you type a bit of the arrow into that poison and shoot a prey, it'll die a lot faster.
That is true. It's also quite useful as a weapon.
Yep. I normally like to use snake venom for that. But
It is typically deadlier than or at least in quantity, than the spider venom.
yep, and I believe we've harvested the spider enough.
Quite.
I reckon we should probably go look for that key.
I would tend to agree.
All right.
Phineas holds up the torch that he brought with them as they came down the hallway and proceeds to cast a light spell on it with his free hand. All right, let's see what we've got. The group begins looking around.
Inside the large room in front of them, they can see several more dark elves.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, now this I can handle.
Okay, you guys, you clearly seen what we can do and got into this room. If you just leave now, and we just want the key, you can leave with your lives, or we're gonna kill you.
I'm going to suggest something. Okay. You got your sword ready to attack. You got your bow ready to attack. But before we do, I'd say, Phineas, can you freeze them up until their neck? That way we can get information out of them. Because I'm curious why they're protecting us. Because either A, that key's going to be something really evil like we've brought back in the past, or they're trying to stop us because I don't know why. We need to know. I want information. Where's this key? What are they protecting? And what traps up ahead?
Interrogation is a bad idea if we can get at least one of them.
Yep, and we have the venom. We have the venom, we have the sack, we have arrows, and we have someone right next to us who, because they were scared of spiders, is probably really desperate to carve something up to compensate.
That would be fun. I do
Yeah.
think, however, it's worth it to keep one of them alive. If nothing else, we can use them to test the traps.
There's that as well. I mean, I do believe the Maker doesn't want us to just go through killing.
Yes, killing all his lovely creatures.
I don't care. I want them dead.
Well, then I dare say we best get this over. Let's see if we can take a few out, and I'll try to freeze the last one. Trying to freeze them all might be a pain.
Or use up all your magic.
That too. Plus, that much ice spreading around, we're going to end up having to cross all that ice to get to wherever that key is, and cave is dangerous enough already.
All right, go for it.
Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to put this over here real quick. Phineas pulls the book out with his free hand, throws the torch in the air, and waves his hand, causing the torch to levitate in the center of the room, providing light while they fight. There we are. That should do for the moment. Now then.
Freeze. Or no, wait, no, fire, then freeze. Pig shoots an arrow at one of their heads.
Phineas rolls a fireball at another.
Arliss charges a third.
One of the dark elves, wielding two small swords, bats the arrow aside. The fireball rolls toward another and fizzles out, as behind him is standing a dark elf mage. He has canceled out the fire spell.
Oh, snap. He outfired you.
The other mage that the fireball was going toward then charges the paladin to meet her in combat.
Oh, that's not good.
You're an idiot, and now I'm gonna kill you. Arliss swings her sword wildly at the charging dark elf.
He swings both of his swords to knock her blade aside, and then tries to counterattack.
Oh, hell no, that is not on. Arliss jumps back, bringing her shield up, and quickly scrambles for her sword.
The elf continues charging her, swinging both of his blades at her.
Pig looses another arrow.
Shit. Arliss scrambles back.
The dark elf takes an arrow to the shoulder and is momentarily stunned. He then jumps back and looks at the changeling.
Oh god, got his attention. Got another fire spell or something for me?
Well, we know it worked the last time. Phineas waves his hand, casting a lightning spell at the elves.
Pig also, in unison, fires an arrow.
This seems like such a waste.
The dark elf blocks the arrow as the lightning then hits him and sends him flying. The dark elf mage in the back casts a localized earth spell that uproots the ground from the librarian and knocks him on his back.
Ah! Ah!
Steps aside so the librarian doesn't fall into him.
Pig tries to shoot the mage in the hand so he can't cast.
Arliss grabs the librarian by the back of his collar and pulls him roughly to his feet. God damn mage, I'm going for him first.
A wise idea, but be careful.
Okay, I'm gonna do something. He says as he reaches down and pulls out from the mage that little vial of venom he got and dips his arrow into it. Here we go! Shoots it at the mage.
It's 3 arrows at the mage, or 3 attacks at least going at the mage. So I hope one of them hits.
Pig's arrow is deflected by the other dark elf with 2 blades that bats it aside, trying to protect the mage. Cardin's arrow flies over his head and strikes the mage in the leg. The mage stumbles back and drops his staff on the ground.
Yeah, you got him. Good job.
Yep.
Arliss charges forward, swinging her sword to distract the other elf.
The elf runs forward to block her blow.
Sticks his stick out to trip for the elf.
The elf falls down with his swords clattering all over and slide away from him. He lands on his face hard.
Pig tries to take advantage of him being on the ground and shoots the arrow in his head.
Being lightly armored, the arrow goes through his skull and he stops moving.
Yeah, 1 down, 2 to go.
Yep.
The dark elf mage quickly grabs his staff and waves it around and shoots a lightning spell at the paladin.
Ow!
You okay?
Oh, lightning hurts. And it messes up my hair.
Just walk it off.
You can't walk hair damage off.
The dark elf then slams his staff on the ground that sends a ripple through the earth, knocking them to all 4 of them to their feet, or off their feet.
Whoa.
Ah!
I wonder how long it'll be before the venom takes effect.
Good question.
Just watching the mage. So, because I think he's more powerful than you at the moment. Phineas. So, all we gotta do is just hold out until the venom goes into his veins, and then, yeah.
Let's at least
You'll be
take out
dead.
the other elf. Pig shoots an arrow at the non-mage elf that's still alive.
Take out the other elf, but I like Phineas.
No, not him. I'm shooting at the evil one.
But I like Phineas.
Pig,
Not
just shoot the
Phineas.
damn elf!
Oh, okay, fine.
Finally releases the arrow.
The arrow flies through the air and hits the other elf as he's recovering into the chest. He falls over. The dark elf mage is leaning on his staff, breathing heavily. He then sways a little bit and shoots a fireball vaguely at the group.
Pig tries to
Whoa.
duck.
Arliss easily sidesteps the fireball. Oh, looks like the venom's kicking in now, huh?
It would seem so.
The dark elf sways a few more times, swears in dark elfish, and then collapses onto the floor.
Alright, quick, ask him some questions before he dies.
Hey, stupid, where's the key?
No, Queen. He then dies.
What about that guy with the arrow in the chest? Is he still alive?
Nope.
Shot him in the chest with an arrow. I doubt it.
Hey, that's a slow death.
I don't think we're going to need it. I don't think we're going to need the other one anyway. You heard what he said.
Something but a queen.
Yes. As in the queen spider, that giant spider you fought in the other room, I'm willing to bet that the key is either in that hallway or possibly on or in the spider in some capacity.
We have to go back inside the spider that we already chopped bits out of?
No, no more spiders.
Then if you'd like to remain here, that's fine, but if I can't think of any other reference to queen that would match anything in this cave, do any of you?
That could be a dark elf queen.
That is possible.
There's another door at the other end of the room. Let's not go backwards. Where the spider?
I suggest we go forwards. Because I think we pretty much looted that spider pretty well, and we would have found the key if if it was inside the spider.
We
Very well.
weren't looking to see if it was inside the spider. We were harvesting his parts for survival purposes.
Looking around the room, the group sees yet another set of double doors leading onward, and 2 doors on either side of the room that are smaller.
Okay, well, I chose wrong last time, so I'll let one of you choose this time.
I'd say you chose right. We didn't have to fight the spider.
Shut up.
I choose right, because that's what we chose last time.
I chose right. I see what you did there, Phineas. And fair enough, you choose right.
Pig opens the door.
Opening the door to the right leads to a small room with another wooden chest tucked in the corner.
Alright, let's see if this one... Wait, no. Phineas,
See?
make it invisible.
You got it. Phineas waves his hand, rendering the chest invisible.
Inside, the chest is empty.
Oh, what the fuck is this shit? Pig leaves the room.
Then let's go left. He says as he opens up the door on the left.
Opening the left door is another similar small room with a chest sitting in the center of it.
My money's on this one being empty too.
Wouldn't surprise me, let's find out. Phineas waves his hand, casting the transparency spell yet again.
The chest appears to be empty, however, curled up behind it is yet another spider.
Ah!
Son of a bitch.
Damn it.
Ding.
Pig attempts to shoot the spider, but instead it just sticks to the now invisible chest, and it just stays there in midair.
Or why don't we just all step backwards and close the door and go for the double door so we don't have to fight the spider? It's hiding, which means it's kind of afraid of us. I mean,
Sure.
Kroll looks at me the same way sometimes, where he gets afraid of stuff. It's
Sure,
just
whatever.
afraid.
Let's just get out of here.
Well, I would be worried about what makes a giant monstrous spider afraid, but still.
The team backs out of the room and closes the door.
Pig opens the double doors.
The double doors lead through a small hallway, and beyond that can be seen a small circular room. Not as small as the side rooms, but not as big as the main rooms that they have gone through already.
Please
Ooh,
no spiders. Please no spiders. Please no spiders.
interesting architecture, you know? Circular rooms. I'm digging their style.
Yes, when you're dealing with rock, it can be often easier to carve out whatever semicircular shape is easiest to pull out rather than trying to carve actual angles into the stone.
I imagine.
Or maybe it's not actually circular. Maybe right now we're inside the belly of a spider.
Shut up.
Oh, shut up. That's not funny.
It's a little funny.
No, it's not impossible because the rock is not inside a spider's stomach.
Kidney stones.
A giant kidney stone. That's all this is.
Yeah, now you have to pay me for healing spells. This is not funny.
She needs therapy spells or something.
Or let's go forward.
Yeah.
As the group goes into the circular room, there is an altar that can be seen. From behind it comes the Dark Elf Queen, who is part Dark Elf with the bottom of a spider, also known as a Drider. She then looks at the group and readies for battle.
Spider Queen. And also an Elf Queen. We were both right. We should have made a bet.
Well, clearly.
Does that mean a dark elf had sex with a spider?
No,
Easy.
it's you jackass. Just kill it.
Wait, I have to name it first. How about a Spellford Queen? A Spellford Queen.
It's a Drider, you idiots. Just kill the damn thing.
The Drider shoots
Running
webs at
spider and elf.
the Drider shoots webbing at the changeling.
Ah.
Pulls out his bow and arrow and shoots at the queen.
It bounces off the armored leg of the spider. The queen then turns toward the half-dwarf hunter and spits another thing of web at him.
God save the queen! As he gets stuck to the wall.
Pig tries to use her knife to cut away the webbing.
I'll be okay. Just fight the queen.
Pig then tries to free the hunter as well.
Turning her attention from those two, the queen then charges the paladin.
Ah! Arliss screams and scrambles back away from the spider.
The queen runs up to her and takes a swipe at her chest.
Arliss barely dodges, still cowering in fear from the giant, scary spider.
You know, she's only half a spider. She should be half as afraid.
I don't think it's the time for that kind of logic, Pink. Let's try this. Phineas waves his hand, rolling a fireball at the Spider Queen.
As it nears her, the Spider Queen notices that the fireball is being rolled toward her and jumps away. The fire catches one of the legs and slightly burns it. She lands and then turns her attention toward the elf librarian.
Oh dear.
Pig manages to free the hunter.
Thank you, but you should have been covering the others.
Hey, we're all in this together.
The Spider Queen then shoots another ball of web at the elf librarian.
Stop!
She then crawls toward him and readies her spear to drive through him.
No, 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 no killing, no killing, no killing, except you crazy bitch. Arliss
Throw him your shield.
sword at the Spider Queen.
Oh, that.
It manages to cut her side and the Drider jumps backwards. She then spits another ball of web, this time at the paladin.
Ah!
Pig tries to shoot an arrow at its mandibles, thinking that's where the webs come from, although that's not true.
Just shoots his arrow right at the queen's face.
Pake's arrow hits the Spider Queen in the abdomen, who then stumbles back. Cardin's arrow then slightly misses its mark and hits her in the shoulder as she is recoiling from the first hit.
My aim is shit tonight, man.
Phineas manages to get his hand free enough to light a fire spell and burn the webbing off. Yes, thanks for cutting me free, Pake. You save him.
Hey, you were like partially already savable of yourself.
Valid point.
And she probably would have
Shoot
saved
the
you, but
mandibles again.
the spider attacked her.
Fair enough.
The Drider holds up her hand to block the arrow headed toward her face, and it sticks in the back of her hand. She then yelps in pain and rushes toward Pake.
Ah!
Lightning her.
He tries to dodge.
Phineas launches lightning at the Spider Queen.
Just as she misses Pake, the lightning hits her, which then sends her into shock, and she begins jittering around. She's
Good
stunned.
job, you shot Pake.
Thanks. It nearly had me.
The Spider Queen appears a bit dizzy, but begins to walk backwards, preparing another strike.
Get her now while she's weak.
Pig tries to shoot her in the leg, hindering her mobility.
The arrow goes through the joint of the leg, which then drops her to one side.
If
Just
we're
off
going
her
to
balance.
If we're going to hinder her mobility, let's do what we intended to do in the first place before we lost the opportunity. Phineas waves his hand, freezing the spider portion of the Elf Queen's body, rendering her unable to move.
The Spider
Good
Queen
idea.
screams as half of her body is frozen. She struggles to break out.
Walks towards the queen and pulls out one of his arrows and sticks it right into her chest. Boom! Tell us what we need to know. Now ask her, librarian.
Do I look like an interrogator to you?
Hey,
Yes.
bitch queen, tell us what we need to know.
Okay, where's the key? We're after a key.
She screams, "Next room! You will never get it!" She then takes a swipe at the half-dwarf.
Ducks. As best he can. Okay, next room. Thanks for letting us know.
Pig tries to shoot an arrow at her neck.
By the way, pulls out his bow and arrow and makes the tip look right in between the spider's eyes and then releases his arrow.
Pake's arrow hits her in the neck, and then Cardin's arrow goes through her head. The top half that is unfrozen slumps backwards and stops moving.
Yay!
I was going to keep her alive, but she attacked me.
No, he is not staying alive. Now, will someone get me off this freaking wall?
But you looked so comfortable. Okay, Pake saved her.
And thus ends the spelfter.
Pake, cut her down.
Pig takes the knife and cuts the half dragon down.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Arliss carefully skirts the body of the dead Drider Queen to get her sword. I really don't want to have to replace this. I really don't want to be anywhere close to this creepy thing. Let's just hurry up and get out of here, please.
It's dead.
Yeah, don't care. Want out.
Fair enough.
Indeed.
Next room it is, where the key...
Although if you're collecting useful items, that spear she was wielding was rather impressive.
That was pretty impressive.
She touched it with her spidery things. I don't know if I want to be touching it now.
I'll clean it off for you.
Very well, let's keep moving on. We've got a job to complete.
Pig cleans off the weapon and hands it back.
Okay. I'll take it. I'm a little creeped out, but I'll take it. It is shiny.
Yep, spider spear.
Alright then. The group heads into the next room.
Upon coming into the next room, they see a large ornate chest sitting up against the wall. On top of it is a cloaked man. He is reclined.
Okay, now what?
Hello
Upon
there.
hearing-
Oh, there goes surprise.
The man startles himself awake. Wow, about time you got here.
Who the
They're
hell
expecting us?
Glad you asked. Name's Raleed, Master Thief, he then says, tossing the key from the chest and up in the air and catching it. But, you don't need to know that, 'cause I think this is what you were after, and now I got it.
Can we have it?
Okay, let's kill him.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, did you not see that spelfter we killed? Like, that was pretty badass of us. You're
Yeah,
just-
thanks for that. I was able to get past her and all her other guards. There was some pretty good stuff I found to tell you, but it was a bit tricky getting out, so glad you guys came along when you did.
I did not come all this way past all the scary-ass spiders to be stopped by a 2-bit thief. Give me the key, and I'll leave you your head.
2-bit? Lady, I'm a master thief.
That's how you say, but clearly any thief would have gotten their shit and got out. You decided to linger around.
The only thing you're a master of is pissing me off.
To be fair, he said that he's a master thief. He's not a master spider slayer.
Or a master escapist, or a master thinker of plans through.
Yeah, you guys came along and helped me out, so maybe I planned for that too.
Pig tries to shoot an arrow in his hand.
Freeze him. Librarian.
Rolls off of the chest to avoid the arrow.
Yo, librarian.
Are we after all this, are we really going to fight a petty thief?
Yes.
Nope. Freeze him.
No, we're going to freeze his ass, then we're going to take the key, then we're going to take all the other shit he stole that technically belongs to us because we're the ones who are completing the quest. And if he doesn't like it, that's just too bad for him. I have had enough with the spiders and the creepy crawlies, and I'm done.
You found empty chests, and I'm the 2-bit thief? So what are you, 1-bit? He then laughs, holding his sides.
Raise his ass.
Pig releases another arrow.
Your wish is my command. Phineas fires a freezing spell at the thief.
The thief hides behind the chest, and the ice hits it, freezing the chest. He then peeks up from behind it. Wow, you mean business. All right, well, it was fun, but later. He then throws an object on the ground, and the room fills with smoke.
Damn it.
Ah!
Pig holds her breath and runs forward, trying to fires one arrow straight ahead.
The arrow hits a solid object.
Ah, what the hell?
Okay, I can tell you're new with the arrows, but don't shoot them unless you're absolute certain you're gonna hit.
Hey, it wasn't aimed at you guys, so don't worry. I was just trying to
I
kill
know.
the bastard.
I know, I'm just trying to help.
Where did that little shit go? I really owe him now.
You're telling me.
As the smoke clears, the group can see that there is no one in the room but them.
Where the f did he go? There's no, like, we were standing in front of the exit.
Yes, in smoke that we couldn't see through. He could have easily snuck past us if he's as talented a thief as he seemed.
Yep. He escaped.
Oh, son of a bitch. Now what are you gonna do?
He may have escaped, but it's going to take us some time to get out of these caves. We might be able to catch up.
Alright, let's run back to the entrance. Fast as we can.
I'll meet you guys there.
The group runs back through the temple and reaches the edge of the cave that they came in. They saw no sign of the thief throughout the whole temple.
Oh, what the fuck? Ah, this sucks. Now we're gonna be losers. Now we're gonna go back to being like, oh, I guess you're kinda sorta good quest doer people, except for that one time.
Arrives next to the group on his dog. Okay.
We didn't get him. He's gone. We failed. Ugh, this sucks.
To be
What
fair,
is his name again? I have contacts. Maybe I can find out something about this
and
pathetic little thief.
to be fair, Peg, our mission was to get the key back. There was no time specified. Therefore, I say we go after him. We'll find him.
We don't know where he went though.
Hopefully,
That's
our
why-
Cyrus contacts can help us with that.
That's
Did
why
he
we
go up
ask
at his
around.
scent?
That's why we ask around. The bars, brothels, the black market, any of the places like that, and eventually something will come up. Plus, with her contacts, we'll find him.
Did your dog have maybe smell something unique on him that he could track?
Hang on, I'll ask him. Oh wait, I don't speak dog.
Okay, if I've learned anything about thieves, thieves like shiny as much as I do, but they can't do anything with their loot unless they can sell it. All we need to do is make ourselves known on the black market and to the fences and see where this Relead thief is selling his wares. Once we find who he's selling to, we can find him.
Yep. Wait a minute. He's a master thief, right?
I still am doubting that. I think he got lucky.
He
Well,
says he's a master.
Yeah. He says he's a master
was-
thief, which means
He was
He-
master enough to at least steal the artifacts from those chests and then somehow hide out long enough not to get murdered by an army of spiders, dark elves, and a spider dark elf half-breed queen.
yes, which means
Sculptor.
which means basically if he's a master thief and prides himself on being such a thief, instead of tracking him down like we were going to do, we could make him come to us, just advertise like hell, because don't you still have a gold brick? And if
Yeah.
you can shrink it, you could enlarge it. And a giant gold brick, that's something a thief would want. I say we wait, we set a trap, and when he comes, we kill him. We have the webbing sack to hold the gold down so he can't steal it in case he has any more booby traps. We have Venom to poison him. We have her shield and skill in case he brings any men with him. And we have Pig to change into a victim.
We should let the old man know that it will take a bit more time than we initially thought to get it, because otherwise he'll just think we just took off.
Well, he didn't give us a time frame on the mission, as Carden said.
Yeah, but like still, I think because of our previous endeavors, he would think we only took the same amount of time. So in all fairness, we should let him know about the update in our quest.
But I would say, what did you think of that for an idea then?
It's not a bad idea. If we can make ourselves seem like sufficiently interested buyers, he may show up.
We only need her as a changeling because she could change into someone who looks like a victim of or a seller of gold, and the rest of us would just wait.
Or bait.
Exactly.
Bait in disguise.
But yeah, the gold would be bait. Pew looks like a victim who's likely to be ripped off by a thief. We can get our stuff back.
Don't know who this Pew is, but yeah.
It's you because you're way too keen to shoot your arrows. The rest of us are like breathing and thinking. You're just like pew 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 with your arrows.
That's not the sound an arrow makes.
It is pew if it's on a crossbow. The string goes pew as it fires.
More like twang. But okay. Still, again, like I said, we should probably give the Druid the update. I think that's just the courteous thing to do.
I'll use my contacts and put out the word that we have something valuable.
Good idea. And then, Phineas, you work on finding a spell to enlarge the gold, and yeah, we go back and tell the guy that, hey, we found this key. It's just going to take a little longer because complications, but we have a plan.
I can try to enlarge the gold, but that often falls more under the purview of alchemy, and folks who try for a very long time to replicate gold in that manner, it usually doesn't end well.
It has to look real. The point is,
I'm not saying I can't make it look real. I can generate an illusion to make it look like a giant bar of gold. I'm not saying I can actually enlarge the actual bar of gold.
That's all we need.
To the bar.
Away.
The group heads back to the tavern. At the usual table, they see the druid sitting there, slightly reclined in his seat.
Hey, so about that gold, or it's gonna have to be put on hold.
Oh, you didn't find the key that you were supposed
We
to
did
get?
find
We
it.
found the key, but there was a complication. Someone else may have beat us to it. However, we believe we can track him down, and we will get the key back. And because of what he's done with stealing stuff, we're going to remove his arm.
Huh. So did you get a look at this person or anything else? Because I don't know if anyone else was supposed to be on this job, so I don't know what would happen.
His name is Raleed, and he claims to be a master thief.
Yes. Okay.
Dick.
Well, then I will look into it, because this doesn't sound good. I don't know if I like people poaching jobs. A man from the guild then walks into the tavern and walks up to the druid and hands him a small piece of paper and then walks out. He looks at the paper. Huh. That's really odd. The job has apparently been canceled.
I say we still get back anyway, because no one frickin' double crosses us.
We can find the thief, but use a bit of logic here. If the job has been cancelled, that clearly means the thief has already brought the needed key in question to whoever hired this gentleman's guild to hire us to find it in the first place.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know what? I want to find this sumbitch anyway.
That means either A,
Paid for killing the spider bitch and getting the key, Then we're going to get paid by shaking him down and taking every single bit of shiny his master thief has managed to accumulate.
Although,
You don't
although
have
it
to
is
take
worth
him down.
noting.
You find out his house and then steal all the stuff at his house.
Yep, although it is worth noting, he was waiting for us in there. Is it also possible he may have been the guy who funded the job just for the sole purpose of testing us?
What a dickhole.
If
Either
anything,
way,
if anything, he may have funded the job knowing he could get into that but not get out, and sent us purely to wipe out the opposition in the way of him exiting the cave.
Yep, it is a curious case.
Ass about it.
We
either
shall
way,
get
we'll
the, we
find
shall
him
get
and chop
we
off his
shall get
hands.
the answers. We shall get the answers, then kill him.
Chop off his hands.
Yes, well, as I said, I will look into it. I don't know what's going on, but I think the librarian has the best idea. It does seem awfully suspicious that it would be canceled so soon after you met this thief. And
Yep.
well, thank you for bringing this to my attention. Even though this one didn't go as planned, I'm sure we'll be in touch again, at the very least, to try to inform you as to what's going on, because I know what it can be like when you feel like you're wronged and you want to make it right. So, well, hopefully I will talk to you soon with some good information. He then
Good
stands
luck,
up and
Druid.
thank you.
We hope so as well. Thank you, Tomlin.
The druid nods at the group and then walks out of the tavern.
Well, at least I got some shiny armor out of it, even if I don't get paid for anything else.
And a spear. Don't forget the spear.
Ooh, yes, the spider spear.
Yep. I'm looking forward to tracking down this thief. It should be fun.
Yep.
Well, we'll leave Tomlin to his duty to look into it. Sharis, I believe you're going to look into your contacts as well, and we'll reconnoiter if we find out more. If we don't get hired for another job before that, which undoubtedly we may.
Indeed.
So the group heads upstairs back to their rooms as the sun sets on another day. And there you have it. There was episode 5.
Woo.
Yay.
The plot thickens.
I can stop talking like that.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
slightly confused. Is this a tavern or an inn?
Both.
It's like both. Why not both?
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
They're normally both in
Yeah.
like a
But
medieval.
then I don't play these kinds of games, so I don't know.
You should. I don't know.
I should play these games. I know nobody to play these games with. Experiences generally indicate that when you want to start playing these games, it can be difficult because all the people who already play the games don't want to play with noobs.
It's true. But yeah, I kind of pictured it's like the bottom floor or whatever is like tavern / eatery, and then their upstairs are
No rooms for rent. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
for either travelers or people that have maybe drank a
That
little
makes-
much.
That makes sense. Yeah, like in RPG video games and stuff, it's usually bar rooms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They usually have rooms upstairs that are smaller, not really meant for sleeping, but like meeting rooms.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not a house of ill repute.
Oh, hush.
Did you say
Richter, are you familiar with houses of ill repute?
No comment.
Alright, I'm gonna pass out from weariness in battle.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Come back next week for some more dungeon diving and ruin running fun. Thank you very much, and good night.